BagFuel, baby.
Yo, BagFuel, back in the building, back off vacation, still working, got my man.
Yeah, nah, we out here. It's early day, so it's gonna be a good day.
I'm high already, I ain't even gonna cap, wake and bake, but I'm up, you know what I'm
10
saying?
a.m., nigga. This guy's funny.
Yo, we got my man, Hakim Green,
Yeah.
one half of the hip hop dude channel live, and the founder of 24 Hours of Peace in Newark, New Jersey.
Yes,
right?
sir. Yes, sir.
24 Hours of Peace in Newark, New Jersey. Welcome to BagFuel.
Thank you. Thank you. My pleasure. My honor to be here. Been waiting for a while to hop on BagFuel.
We've been missing each other, but now
Yeah.
it's the right time.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
So
Yes,
when
sir.
you come, I'll be like, yo, I'm at my mom's. I just got back from taking care of my mom
Yeah. Oh,
yesterday, and we back here filming today.
Yeah, but we here now. It's all good.
So tell them about your event, your 24 Hours of Peace. Let's just jump into it.
Yeah, 24 hours of peace, love, unity, safety, having fun. We created it in 2010. I went back home to Newark, New Jersey, got with my big bro, Baraka, who was then South Ward councilman, and his brother, Amiri Baraka Jr., who was the chief of staff for the now mayor. Raz was also the principal at Central High School. So I had developed a series of programs under the Stop the Violence Movement banner, working with KRS-One in 2008, 2009. That kind of went its way, went back to Newark with these programs, showed it to Raz. He was like, go to IYO, the International Youth Organization. Started working in Newark doing some, activism work and reaching out to the kids, using hip hop to educate.
Yeah.
Raz started an organization called the Newark Anti-Violence Coalition, which was set up to challenge the brothers and sisters in the hood to step their game up. So when a murder happened, if a violent act happened, we would organize a community to protest the gangsters, to protest the drug dealers, to protest the negativity that was happening in the community.
How do you go against retribution? Because in history, when you go against that type of element, the way they intimidate or they use lethal force to calm that neighborhood down.
What do you, I mean?
You said you rise for the neighborhood to go against the gang members or the whatever the entities.
Yeah.
But it's been known that gang members will do things to make sure people don't say things towards their direction. So how do you combat that?
Well, we're not asking for people to snitch or tell, we just asking for people to kind of raise the vibration, change their ways, give them an example of what happens when you do positive work. And when you got a family like the Baraka family, the South Ward councilman who's from that community, when you got other organizers who are from that community, who've not taken that path, who've taken the other path, we shine a light on the positivity and away from the negativity. So it was more about that and just encouraging people to step their game up. Like Newark at the time, top 5 on the murder capital list. Sometimes it's number ones. And unfortunately, our people seem to take pride in being the murder capital, to put that word, all that. Well, right now, Newark is not even top 50.
Now it's a whole different entity.
It's a whole different
downtown rivals a lot of major cities.
Yeah.
You got a major airport, that's an international airport, and the shipping ports, which goes to all over the world as well.
Exactly, and seeing that and knowing the value that Newark plays, the location that it's in, like you just said.
I think I feel like all that stuff was there, but I feel like that the Prudential Center changed it. Bought different money, changed the whole area, the whole dynamic, the same way Barclay changed the dynamic of Brooklyn downtown.
Yeah, Flatbush and Atlantic, we never
have to make it safer for the athletes.
Yeah.
You gotta make it safer for the fans because now the fans is different colored race creeds and colors
bleeding in.
But that's downtown, right? But when you go outside of downtown, when you go to the different wards, that effect don't really reach, and to have a mayor say, you know what, we need black people down at the port. We got to open up jobs for our people to be at the port. You know who run the port. It'd be mob related.
Of course.
It don't be us.
That's big business.
Right. So the first thing that the mayor did was led a protest down at Port Newark and shut it down. Like for weeks, it was shut down. You're going to have job training programs. You're going to have an initiative directed at Newarkers, specifically black and brown Newarkers, to make sure they're employed, that they have jobs. When Raz became the mayor, he made sure our people became the mayor, that our people got access, that our people got jobs, our people got educational opportunities. There's this whole idea of defund the police. that's like a bad term. We don't want to defund the police. But what we can do is redirect policing dollars to social services, educational services, job services. So he created the Office of Violence Prevention and Trauma Recovery. He created the Brick City Peace Collective by taking dollars from the police department, redirecting it to these social programs. Make sure people have employment opportunities, giving people cash money direct. Like all that's been going on for like the last 5, 6 years. And it's had a tremendous effect on the level of violence and crime that's, Newark is used to experiencing. We've seen some of the lowest crime rates in Newark since before the riots in 1967. And that's understanding we're going to use city dollars, we're going to use the city infrastructure to support the people, not just the corporations who want to exploit and take advantage. So 24 Hours of Peace was created in 2010 before Raz was the mayor, and that was, to me, the commercial for a lot of this work that went on afterwards. I call it a commercial. Like there's a commercial for violence, there's a commercial for sex, drugs, hip hop. I know the commercial, but we got to set a commercial for peace, love, unity, and safely having fun. And that's what 24 Hours of Peace is about. It's been going on every year since 2010. A 24-hour peace festival, 6 p.m. on Friday to 6 p.m. on Saturday. So when I came up with the idea, was watching the Newark Anti-Violence Coalition do their thing. But when it gets late, September, October, November, it gets dark early, people get caught in traffic at a protest. And we protesting the violence and the crime. People drive up, they get stuck in traffic for 3 hours, trying to get home, been working all day, got the kids in the car, they get out the car, they fussing with the protesters. We trying to stop the violence, and they're like, I'm trying to get home. There's physical altercations. Cops had to get involved. It's like, all right, so how can we do a demonstration in the street protesting violence and crime, and the community wants to engage, they want to get involved? Put hip hop on the block. So I took the idea to Amiri Baraka, the chief of staff and the mayor's brother. He loved the idea, got behind it. He's like, we got to do this for 24 hours. I'm like, nah, let's do it for 4 hours, 6 hours, get in, get out. 24 hours is a long time. It's a big production. Nah, Hawk, we got to do it for 24 hours so that people understand that they can come out, feel safe, old people, young people, and enjoy the community, commune with each other. So we kicked it off in 2010. It's been rolling strong every year since. We've had Rakim, KRS, Fat Joe, Talib Kweli, Smith & Wesson, Black Moon, Monifa, Myson, Shantae, Juice Crew All-Stars with Sham, Marley Marl, Master Ace, Craig G.
Yeah, Queen
Latifah, Fabio Foreign, G Herbo, Too Rare, Rowdy Rebel, Fabulous, Mr. C, rest in peace, Tony Touch. Too many to name.
Who you having this year?
All female lineup, all women, Roxanne Shante, Rod Digger, Lady Luck, Sunshine Anderson, Nikki D, Yo-Yo, Moni Love, and the Lady of Rage.
Maya. You got some new people too? Maya, I heard.
Maya's the headliner on Friday. Saturday, we got Asian Doll, Lola Brooke, the Baddies, Biggie and Taseki. We got, I said Asian Doll, Honey Baby, and Lady London. Yeah, that's Saturday. Yeah.
A nice lineup.
Yeah.
Real nice lineup.
Yeah, we try to represent the full gamut of hip hop culture. The legacy artists and the new school artists. Try to unite the generations and show, like I said, peace, love, unity, safely having fun.
But you got some new artists performing there too, right? Everybody, you got some new names?
Yeah, well, we got the Baddies with Biggie and Taseki. Okay. You got Asian Doll, Lola Brooke, Juicy Two Times.
Yeah, but I thought you had like some unsigned people there.
Definitely. We got like
that's
25, 30 local artists. Leah Janae is gonna be there. Serena Smart, who's actually from Queens. We got Aisha Truth. We got She Bees Music. We got a violinist called Bree Black, hip hop violinist. She's off the chain. She's rocking out. Oh man,
there's some people that got unsigned talent. They're like, yo, my artist gonna perform. I'm like, word. Well, I'll probably see him. I'm gonna pass through there. You know what I'm saying?
Hold on, I'm gonna go down the roster right fast because I want to give everybody they love. It's a brilliant event. It's something they said couldn't be done. When we first started, we brought out like 200, 300, 400 people. Now it's 20,000 people throughout the weekend. Did
you ever get any pushback being that your hit record was mad ism and it was about weed and weed wasn't legal at that time? Did you ever get pushback for stuff like that because it wasn't legal, and now you're trying to do this peace thing?
Yeah, for sure. You know, I get that. So I flip it and bounce it. All we do is spark mad wisdom. You know, I was a school teacher from 90 to 94. Before the record deal, before the music industry popped off, before Madism. So I was always grounded in education and activism. Started an after-school program called Act Now, African Children of Tomorrow Now, taking young kids to see various lectures around, that's how I met KRS-One, on the knowledge tip. You know, so as people know me as the educator, the activist. The Madism record comes later, and it's a part of my brand, it's a part of who I am, but I've learned to flip and bounce the message. You know, all we do isn't spark Madism. We do a lot of other things, but cannabis, isn't as bad as what people made it out to be. And I think as we see it become legal and we get more information about cannabis, the health benefits that's tied to it, the industrial usages of hemp, I think people are able to let go of the stigma, and it's not as bad as it used to be.
I think it's just like how America was built on prohibition with alcohol. So Kennedys are royalty, but their foundation is bootlegging alcohol.
That's right.
Yeah. So we can't sit here now and villainize all the black dudes who came up under the,
auspice of selling weed.
Now it's like, what now? It's legal. It's going to be legal through all 50 states. Well, at least half of it. You still got red states.
Someone's fighting.
You got red
Eventually,
states.
we're going to get all 50.
Yeah, but eventually it's going to happen. It's going to be the same thing. And, politics is a tricky game. You got to have a certain level of viciousness, I think.
Oh, yeah.
And this is going to be very controversial, what I'm going to say, but I think you got to have a level of understanding corruption.
No, yeah.
Otherwise, because people go in there and they're like, oh, I'm going to make change and I'm going to be this positive effect. And I'm like, you're not even getting on the ballot because your corruption game ain't up.
Yeah.
You know what
I'm saying? Corruption
I'm
game.
jaded in a different way.
Corruption game, bartering, understanding who has to get what they got to get. It's like when you own a nightclub, right?
It was everything.
All the most successful nightclubs, you know why they're all staying open? Because they paid the police.
Yeah.
And the police lets them rock.
Right.
If you don't pay the police, they're going to be coming knocking at you. Yeah. Hey, yo, you got to fine for this, you got to fine for that, you got to fine for this, you got to close this shit down at 2 o'clock. Meanwhile, when you go to One Oak, we walking out of One Oak at 5:36 in the morning like it ain't nothing.
Right.
What's up, Hakim?
So, people are people, right?
That's a good...
And nobody's perfect, right?
Of course not.
Everybody has their weakness. Everybody has their little thing that they like to do, right? Now, there's rules and regulations, right? And rules and regulations are meant to be broken, right? Or manipulated. Or at least bent.
Manipulated.
Or at least bent.
Yes.
Right. So we understand that's always going to go on no matter what.
No matter who.
Whether it's the Board of Education, whether it's City Hall, whether it's a record label, the music industry. If your man's in them is in position, I got the direct connect, I got the politics, I can make things happen. That's always going to go on. But the one thing that trumps all... Let me roll that back.
Let's breathe.
The one thing that surpasses all of that is when you have the people behind you and the people are organized. And that's what Baraka taught me. When I came back, because I'm the conspiracy theory dada. Nobody does conspiracy theory better than me. I was doing that shit since 1989. I know all the conspiracy theories. I understand all of that shit. And when I went back to Newark, New Jersey, Raz wasn't supposed to win. He wasn't the insider guy. He was the outsider. He was the radical. He was the machine, which is a democratic machine, is run by certain groups of people that don't necessarily look like us. And the power is on the county level. And they did not want to see Baraka win. Baraka won because he had the people. He organized the people stood up. He didn't have the money. His opponent had $4 million to run. Raz didn't have $4 million. He didn't have $1 million. But he had the people. And because he had the people, he's been the mayor there now for the last 3 terms.
He went to Howard, didn't he?
He went to Howard University.
Well, okay, so pause right there. Pause right there. When you go to a school like that, $4 million, that's worth more than $4 million. And I'm going to tell you why. Because I know Baraka because he had the rappers speaking out. the niggas that are influential at Howard. You remember when he was running, he didn't have the people behind him?
Nah, he didn't have those people. He had the people of Newark, New Jersey behind him.
So he didn't have alumni from HU that was fucking with him?
I mean, yeah.
So they came later?
No. I mean, you always have your relationship. You know, you always got your people who believe in what you're doing, who understand who you are as a person. Now remember, when Raz was at Howard, Raz started an organization called Black Neoforce. They took over the student the admin building at Howard because Howard wasn't functioning in the best interest of the student body. So Raz organized his folks and they took the building over for like weeks until they got what they wanted. He's always been a super radical. When you understand who Amiri Baraka Sr. is and what he meant to, you know, it was after civil rights, but just late 60s, early 70s, organizing Black Arts Collective, doing the first Black political conference in, I forget what state it was, in Indiana in 1972, bringing all these, like he's not an insider. He's not with the machine. The machine in Essex County did not want to see this loudmouth Black brother speaking Black. They didn't want to see him be the mayor. They were backing another dude named Shavar Jeffries, who was he was an inside guy. Politics was, you know, I don't want to throw nobody under the bus, but you get what I mean, right? And he won because he got more votes. He organized Black people to believe in what he was doing, and they went out and voted for him. You know, there were certain high-level celebrities that went to Howard as well, and they wouldn't come out and support a Raz until it was like kind of a shoo-in. They waited till like the final hour to jump on board. It wasn't like
wait and see.
He couldn't. They didn't put no money up. You know, money talks, bullshit walks. They wasn't putting no money up.
Final hour was what I saw.
The diesel fuel.
Yeah, I mean, I should know from the music business, they always wait, I was there, but I thought that they was there from the beginning because they was an alumni and all that.
Nah.
I didn't know it was a final hour.
Like I said, you know, certain folks understood what it was, certain folks in the music industry, but who are solid. You know, they solid. They stand on principle. They always stood on principle. They understood what it was, but in terms of the celebrities, nah, they didn't come to the table till like way later. I was right there. I was one of the only, if you want to call me a celebrity, trying to make things happen, not just for his campaign, but for 24 hours apiece, for the people of Newark, New Jersey, my brothers and my sisters in the street. Like, that wasn't a sexy look. That wasn't, you know, we ain't bitches, hoes, drinking. We doing that. We uplifting, nonviolence, get your education, do right. Like, we ain't trying to hear that shit.
What makes KRS-One so special?
Nah, man, Chris, knowledge reigns supreme over nearly everyone. He got them bars. You know, he's a man of principle, and he don't sell himself out. You know, his stance, what he believes in, what he knows, shines through in the music. And he give it to you live and direct. His stage show is second to none. Like, nobody wants to go on after KRS-One. Like, that's just, I don't know what else you want to hear, but he's just that dude.
So why do you think that he hasn't become more political, like ran for office or something with all the thoughts and the outspokenness that he's had about knowing the past and the present? Why you think that he hasn't taken it to the next level and maybe gone to office? Or
I wouldn't rule that out. So in 2021, we did 24 hours apiece. I had been begging Chris to come participate in 24 hours apiece the whole time, right? But schedules didn't match up. He was traveling around. And, you know, I don't fuck with these politicians. Huh? You know, I don't do this political shit. You got me coming out here trying. I'm like, no, I'm telling you, Raz Baraka is different. He's us, Chris. You got to come out and support. He came out. He did 24 hours apiece. The shit blew his mind. He saw the 10,000 people out there. We talking peace, love, unity, safety, having fun. The mayor is standing right there. He was like, okay, he was impressed. We had KRS come back a week later to have a sit down with the mayor. And that turned into the Temple of Hip Hop, which is a school in Newark, New Jersey. KRS-One brought the Temple of Hip Hop, got a state-of-the-art facility in Newark, New Jersey, teaching hip hop culture.
How long did that take to materialize?
About 1.5 years, 2 years.
That's fast.
That's fast.
Yeah, nah, the mayor was about it. Like, Raz is different. He just understands who we are. His father was a poet laureate, used art and culture, jazz and poetry to affect our community, understands the power of art and culture. he did a spoken word piece on Lauren's the miseducation of Lauryn Hill, right? So he understands how to influence our people using art and culture. KRS-One is the epitome of that. So it was like really like a marriage made in heaven. Raz
got an idea for you and Raz in the city of Jersey.
Huh?
A Jersey Hip Hop Museum. Just all of Jersey, the Jersey culture, all the artists, like document that.
Yeah.
You know, to extend the legacy of all the political offices, and also too to really start building the community of what this culture is, man.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Thank you for that. I'm gonna run with it. Yeah, I'll give
Just
you
have us there at the christening.
Without a doubt, without a doubt.
Because you know, Esso's a Jersey. He's made me fall in love with Jersey.
Yeah, I didn't know you did Jersey like that. Well, I know
he's been there.
Bergen, that's right. That's right.
You know he's
Queens.
Yeah, but he's Queens. I know him from Queens. Yeah.
Yo, but he's probably lived in Jersey more than any other place in the world.
Yeah, no, I remember he had me come out to the house. We was at Inglewood, Hackensack, Teaneck.
South Park.
Yeah.
Fly nigga shit.
Yeah, for sure. No doubt.
I've been doing this for a long time. don't let nobody get
the only reason I
twisted.
thought of that is how anytime we have people from Jersey, Esso always asked to talk about it in a whole different reverence because of.
I fuck with Jersey.
Yeah.
K-Mac is like my brother.
That's my dude right there. Now,
That's like
K-Mac.
my brother. Like we came into business damn near together. I was just a little bit younger than him, like maybe a year or two younger than him. We came into business same time. You know what I'm saying? So he had a studio in Jersey. The thing about Jersey niggas had studios when I came in the game. Even if it was little, if it was dusty,
You had to.
they had a place for you to come go, whether it's down 280, exit 10. Ron Lawrence was living over there at that time. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Then they had the old shit in Jersey City. Remember where everybody used to go to the rundown shit, the warehouse in Jersey City?
Yo, it's a bunch of those.
Vincent Herbert was over there.
There's a bunch of those. A bunch of warehouses,
Herbert was over
studio
there.
setups. Yeah, everywhere.
Then K-Mac had me over to Rock Nation. It was formerly the Rock Nation spot. People didn't know that.
Wow.
Outside the tunnel where K-Mac shit was, the other side
West New York.
was Rock Nation shit.
Yeah.
Before the shit was even blown up. And K was one of the first niggas to be there before. I think Fab was then over there. I think 50 was over there.
I remember that spot.
Niggas was exactly like. And so I always had an affinity for Jersey because Jersey niggas always treated me good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I just don't know it because back then New York niggas, like we still know we the shit. You know what I'm saying? But New York niggas don't be understanding sometimes that other niggas is the shit too.
Thank you.
That's why I wanted the museum.
You know what I'm saying?
Thank you.
And I always prided myself. I big up Queens. I'm a South Jamaica Queens nigga. I respect Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I respect the Bronx. I respect Uptown, Staten Island. When niggas try to shit on Staten, I fuck with Staten Island. I fuck with Long Island.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I got a different affinity for different places. Every place got fly niggas and fly bitches and money and shit. And somebody there is in tune with other people in other places.
Yeah.
So when you fuck with that, it gives you a chance to be appreciated by people from other towns.
Yeah. You know, you always should support and rep where you from. You always show love to where you from. But like Rakim said, it ain't where you're from, it's where you're at. Because wherever you're at, that's what's gonna dominate. You know, so you gotta learn how to get along with people, deal with people on their level. You know, I'm from Jersey. I've always been, impressed about New York City. You know, the radio station, whether it was 92 KTU, KISS, BLS, Hot 97.
Power 105.
Power 105. That's right. But that's much later. Coming up in the the 70s and the 80s.
Yeah, no, I just gotta give them a shout out. I'm on Power 105, so I got to.
No, understood. But you wanted to be in New York when it came to clubbing and experiencing, the culture, the Fun House, Roseland, Studio 54 with Kid Capri, Palladium. It was like I lived in New York City. But Jersey, when you think of Sugar Hill Records, that was out of Jersey. Duke Booty, rest in peace, who produced The Message and wrote and performed the second verse on The Message, he's from Plainfield. So Jersey always had a very strong influence on hip hop culture. we don't always get the respect, relative to the influence that we have.
I got a theory about that.
What's that?
I tell this to everybody from Jersey. Y'all never had your own radio station.
That's it.
And I
Absolutely.
also think too.
Absolutely.
That's a big deal.
Another thing too.
For the culture.
People don't be knowing Jersey dudes are from Jersey by the time it's later on.
Yeah.
They'll be like, they just look at it as like Queen Latifah. In Jersey, that's us. But outside of Jersey, they're like, that's just Queen Latifah.
Yeah. Well,
you understand? They don't connect it.
We tend to get lumped in with New York because it's so close.
Yeah.
Right. So I'm from East Orange, New Jersey. Everybody think I'm from the Bronx because my relationship.
You can't be from the Bronx. Exactly.
Right.
Because you was hooked up with KRS-One.
Right.
Joe Button. They're going to think he from New York first.
Right.
He's from Queens.
Yeah.
Joe Button. Where? I think it's Jersey City.
Joe Button is from Queens.
Like, Wyclef.
Then he moved to New Jersey.
Wyclef, Lauryn Hill. They won't just say Jersey right away.
New York artists.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then they don't lump them in until later, but so much time has passed that, even Naughty by Nature.
Yeah.
They don't even say Jersey with them, even though we know that's Jersey.
Right, but the ill shit about, I went to high school with them, right? The ill shit about them, I used to dance for them when they was the new style.
Yeah.
Right? And the first time we did a show in New York, not the first time, but we did a show in New York for Red Alert's birthday.
Yeah.
And, I'm Hot Money, the ill dancer. I always had my, my Scoop and Scrap. I was nice with it. And I always partied in New York. So New Yorkers knew who I was as a dancer. Right? So they recruited me to dance for the new style. We go out to this birthday party for Red Alert. And, we get warmed up. And the new style from Jersey. Boom! Boom! And niggas is throwing pennies and shit. Niggas is like, oh shit.
Church told that story.
Yeah, like, yo, what the
told that story.
We couldn't get no love because we was from Jersey, and OPP comes out.
Boom!
And you said OPP comes out.
About a year and a half later, as as Naughty by Nature, there was a new style in. Now that Naughty by Nature is a whole different look, whole different feel, but the OPP record was just so big that it's just the shit. Shit exploded. But the thing about Naughty is that right over the river, Hudson River,
Right
it's right there. It's just 40 minutes from here.
Closer
right
to there than it is in Long Island.
But the relationship to the rest of the country, Cali loved Naughty by Nature. The rest of the down south loved Naughty by Nature because Tretch with the braids, the khaki jail suit,
everything.
Like the way Naughty carries is more like the rest of the country than it is New York.
I did an interview with a young lady and I said, New York, LA, Miami, Atlanta, Houston, these are not real places.
Thank you.
In comparison to all of America.
Yeah.
Like those are outliers. So now it's like, that's why these cities are so captivating. People want to go there, but the rest of the country ain't nothing like that. So it makes sense that Tretch resonated with so many other towns. They're like, hold up.
Yeah, he looked like us. He sound like us.
He sound like us. He talk like us.
It talk like us. It feel like us. Yeah. So it's that's that Jersey. Even though it's so close to New York, it does have its own culture, which is more similar to the rest of the nation. Like Philly and New York are a lot alike. Everything in between is like the rest of the country. Kind of, sort of.
New York a lot.
Yeah, Philly is also a city that's not like the rest of America. Just Philly.
Philly is way more ratchet than people even know. That shit
is hardcore, no doubt.
That shit. People, I don't know why so many people underestimate Philly. Philly is fucking rugged as fuck,
but
bro.
Philly was supposed to be the original New York, and it's just because there was no water. There's no water no ports.
The pop art, which is really one of the first hip hop record labels ever, was out of Philly. Yeah, you got Shantae, Juice Crew, all them guys. They
said
started
it was the first
on pop
one.
art.
They said it was the first hip hop, and they tried to say that was the first hip hop.
They might be. That might be
true.
Yeah. So that's just in terms of Philly, how important Philly is.
And Philly played hip hop first on radio.
Yeah.
They the first motherfuckers to play hip hop first on radio. Philly got a lot of shit with them, bro.
That's shit about New York, because I think New York.
Shout out to Cosmic Cab, Power 99.
I think New York gets a bad rap.
In what way?
Like, when you look at radio, when you look at record labels, jokers that run the radio in New York, niggas ain't from New York. Motherfuckers that run the record labels in New York, they not from New York. So you looking at record labels and radio stations and the music they put out, or what they co-sign or what they get behind. They be like, yo, these New York niggas, oh, these New York, nah, nigga, they ain't New York niggas. Them niggas ain't from New York, they just in New York. People on the street in New York get the stiff arms just like everybody else. Like, we fighting to get heard, we fighting to get seen in New York. Yeah. So just because you live in New York don't mean that mainstream New York is embracing the street.
That's why they got the slogan, if you can make it here, you can make it anywhere. That is, people take that shit lightly. I told them when we started this shit, I said, yo, fuck everywhere else. We want to run the tri-state, nigga.
Yeah.
If we can dominate in New York City, we got a shot.
Right.
And then it was so many people that was from New York. I was like, yo, why we don't have a down south following? He's like, because we ain't having nobody from down south. Because it was so much shit coming through New York that you could just be like, yo, they texting you, yo, I'm trying to come. Hey, yo, come to my shit. We bumping into niggas who ain't answering the DMs, but now we like, yo, bro, come to my shit. They like, I'll be there Tuesday.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's the luxury that you got.
I think New York, has gotten a bad rap, by the rest of the nation in that way. New York is a bubble. Like, the cities that you named is different, but New York is different. It's just the architecture, the buildings, the speed, the congestion,
the blending of races and genres and colors.
Thank you.
You're gonna have a Jewish dude. My man is Jewish and his wife is Jamaican. You ain't finding that nowhere. But in New York, it's like, yo,
it's
that's
like
the fact that most of us live our lives on a train.
Yeah.
And you go to the rest of the country, they live their life in their car. Yes. So the way you digest music is totally different. We got headphones on, the sounds
really
traveling.
Yeah,
but the sound of the train, the way we feel, the energy is different than being out with trees, palm trees.
Like what he said about Cali,
laid back.
Driving through the Pacific Coast Valley and you hearing the songs and in the trees, the aroma. Now it's like,
you understand
whoa.
Kendrick Lamar a whole lot better when you driving down.
Thank you, North Carolina.
PCH.
Yep.
And now, I get Kendrick now.
Yeah.
This is the vibe. I turn that up.
Right.
But when you in New York, you liable to be like, I ain't jacking
that.
But see, that's I think the shame and where the industry has gone and relative to New York, right? Is that we're forced now to embrace everybody else's way of life, and it doesn't always translate for us.
It don't.
It doesn't we live life differently. It's cool, definitely dope to experience other cultures, hear other sounds. Like, we should open our minds up and not just be so tunnel vision. But in that, New York got something to say. Not just because we rapping or we doing whatever. No, New York, the city, has something to say, and we need to give it how we give it and not try to give our reality in a way that is for Atlanta or is for LA. Like, when you say you go to Atlanta, you understand why Atlanta music sound like the way it do, and you able to appreciate it more by going there. Same way with New York. We need to give New York or the rest of the country, the rest of the world, our shit, and then come to New York so you can understand why I sound like that, why we say it like that, why I feel like that.
How did you meet Tuffy, and how did y'all come up with the name?
So I met Tuffy at Montclair State. I transferred from Wagner on Staten Island. Went there for 2 years. Transferred to Montclair State, New Jersey. Again, I was big with the dancing shit. There was a party at Montclair State. Parties was, bruh, it's a whole nother world. That college life is some shit.
Yeah.
So I was in a cypher battling these two dark-skinned niggas, serving these niggas up.
Light-skinned nigga always got to mention these dark-skinned niggas.
Yeah, serving these niggas up. It was Wyclef and Proswell from the Fugees. So I turned to the side, there was other light-skinned nigga with green eyes, and we joined forces and battled these niggas. That's how I met Tuffy, battling Wyclef and Proswell before I even knew who Wyclef and Proswell was. From the Fugees, yeah. And then we came up with the name Channel I. We went through a bunch of different names. The Dreadators, when we had dreads, SOS, some other shit, Raw Seed, Art of Facts, but it was the Artifact, so we couldn't use that name. The Smugglers. And then Chris was like, nah, let me help y'all out. Let me give y'all the name. Right? So,
Smugglers.
The Smugglers.
And Tuffy my man too. Both of them always been my man. Like Tuffy my man too, yo.
You know, so then Chris is like,
funny, yo.
And Chris is like, yo, we gonna come up with a name for y'all. He was like, what's something that everybody could relate to? The TV. So we started trying to come up with names from the TV. Station Identification was the first name we picked. That ended up the name of the album. Shit was too long for the name of a group, right? So Chris is like, what's on channel 1? What's on channel 2? What's on channel 3? What's on channel 4? Channel 5. Channel 5. Channel Live. Channel Live. And me and Tuffy on our conscious shit, yeah, because live is the opposite of evil. And we want to change the station. We want to tune people into a different channel. They on this bullshit. So he was like, all right, sleep on it. If y'all like the name tomorrow, we'll run with that. And that's how we came up with the name Channel Live.
A lot in the name, man.
Oh,
How'd you feel when the musical career, when you had to transition into something else and y'all broke up?
First of all, let me big you up for the shout out. You know what I'm saying? For the shout out, Madism, all day, every day. You know, after the one hit wonder, you know, you on the other side of the blow up. You know what I mean? We had our little time in the whatever. I was depressed. I was fucked up. I'm going to parties. I'm going to the record labels, whatever. And every time people see me, they be like, nigga, I know you know where the weed is at. I know you got the weed. So I was used to giving people my connect. Like, nah, I need to be the connect. So I started selling weed. That's how I dealt with the other side of the blow up. Since I was the Madism guy, I started selling weed. And that's why you saw me at all the record labels and, you know, the studio sessions with a bag full of weed, with the BagFuel. You know what I mean? So that's how we dealt with it. And then Latifah and Hakim approached us in 1999. They just got a situation with Warner Brothers. They were putting out some artists. They asked if we wanted to get down. They ended up signing us to Flavor Unit. We put out an album called Arm a Ghetto, produced mostly by Mike City. Now, Mike City, he wrote and produced I Wish I Never Met Her for Carl Thomas. I gave Carl Thomas that song.
Really?
Yeah, so me, Benny Boom, and AJ Calloway shared a brownstone in Brooklyn on Washington Avenue, 506 Washington
right over
Avenue,
there. I know where
between Gates and Fulton. You know,
Okay.
but you know, this is before I really had a strong weed connect. I was selling little dirty dimes and nickels. You know, you go through your money, you fuck up the money, you make money, you fuck up the money, you fuck up more money than you make. So I was having problems paying rent. So I got kicked out. Carl was like, yo, just put your stuff in storage and you come stay over here. So I was staying with Carl. Mike City and Tuffy had reconnected from high school. Mike City hit Tuffy off with a demo tape. He sat on that demo tape for about 6 months. Finally played me the demo tape. They wanted Carl to have a song called When You Hurt. I get to I Wish I Never Met Her, and I hear those chords. Dun, 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 dun. Yo, rewind that back. Dun, 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 dun. Rewind that back. Dun, 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 dun. It was love. Yo, that's the hit. That's the song. Played it for Carl the next day. He took it in the Puff. Puff heard it, was like, yo, when can we drop it? Song was out 3 months later. That's how that happened. Mike City would end up producing half of Armageddon with Buddha and Shamela, who did Put Your Hands on My Oxygen for Busta, Chucky Madness from Queens, and Poison Ivy. The first single off of Armageddon was Wild Out 2K. That was Benny's first video as a video director. That launched Benny's career. We started a company, IBC, as a music label, imprint, management, and Guerrilla Flicks as a film company. So Benny as a film director, Guerrilla Flicks as a film company, did its thing. Tuffy went out west with Mike City. Now Tuffy's VP of A&R at Peer Music Publishing.
Oh, he's over at Peer Music Publishing?
Yeah, he's over Peer Music Publishing.
It's so funny seeing him as a publisher.
Yeah, his brother's brilliant. He's doing his thing, opening up doors for younger artists, older artists. He's teaching, you know.
Solid.
Yeah. And then, you know, Benny with his
Yeah, Benny, we got to get Benny. Benny said he was ready to be on the show too.
Yeah,
I gotta get his number from you too.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Yeah.
Because he hit my man like, yo, I'm ready to be on BagFuel. Because we wanted to have him on before, but he was caught up with the mini boom stuff.
Yeah.
And trying to get his son into the right direction.
Yeah.
And then he was like, after I do that, I come back. I definitely want to talk film with him.
Yeah.
I don't think we had no film guys on yet.
Benny Boom be the first. Yeah.
Director style? No, we haven't. But when you was able to secure that situation with Carl Thomas, how was that for you, like psychologically and financially?
I mean, financially, it was dope. It was a quick hit. You know what I mean?
That song played a lot of plays.
It was better for Mike City and Carl than it was for me and Tuffy, but we got our little hit and it opened up a door. It was dope because I've known Carl since 1990. And I got him on a bunch of music. Very good. One of my best friends. Him, Benny, I got a lot of best friends, but to see his career develop, going from a production company, getting dropped from that production company, going to Bad Boy, feeling like he was gonna get shelved because he, recorded an entire album, put out a 6-song sampler, and Puff was still saying, you don't have the single yet. So I got a call from Andre Harrell to deliver some weed, right? So I get to Bad Boy, I go in the office, and Dre is sitting across from Carl. He doesn't know Carl and I share an apartment in Brooklyn, right? So he introduces me to Carl like, yo, you know Hakim, the weed. So Carl is like slumped down in a chair like this. He sees me. Yeah, I know Hawk. Of course I know Hawk. Do you mind if he come? I go and I sit on the other side. So I'm sitting here, Carl's here, and Dre's sitting here, right? And Dre's like, nah, Playboy, the 6-song sampler, people love it, but you ain't got the sing, you ain't got the jump off, you ain't got the shit that's going to win. We need that joint, we need that shit, right? So, I'm sitting there serving the weed up, and I Wish I Never Met Her came 2 weeks later. So Carl felt like he was gonna get shelved. And he was really looking to get off of Bad Boy before we got I Wish I Never Met Her. Like, that meeting, he was down in the dumps. He was depressed for like a good 2 weeks. And then we come with that song, and he's like, oh shit. He hears it, runs into Puff, plays it. That song is out 3 months later. It was big for Carl, big for Mike City.
And that was fast for back then.
Yeah, because the project was set up, and they had started the marketing promotion with the 6-song sampler. Summer Rain, Emotional. I forget what other songs was on there, but you got some of the biggest producers on there, Trackmasters. Jimmy Jam, Terry Lewis, Tim and Bob. You got some huge names affiliated. Carl's like, nigga, what else do I need? Like, I got everything. But you don't have that joint. And that joint came from Mike City, who was, he had a few projects he had worked on, but still hadn't kind of made his mark. So to see it happen for Carl and Mike City at the same time, that shit made me and Tuff, like, we were like, and we got production for this album we were working on with Flavor Unit. So, it was all good. Carl's on that album, Method Man's on that album. We did a song called Temptation with Queen Latifah and Black Rob. That's off the chain. Like, that album was a slept on album. In my opinion, it was better than our first album. Arm a Ghetto. A lot of the things we're saying are relevant right now on that project. You got Method Man on there, Black Rob, Carl Thomas.
Yeah.
Shit's heavy. Queen Latifah. It's heavy.
She ever gonna rap again?
I hope so.
Does she care enough? And I'm not,
I don't think it's a matter of her caring enough. I think it's that, she's created a lane and a brand for herself.
So many lanes, man.
Yeah, so many lanes. Entrepreneur, actress, a mogul in her own right. Big shout out to Sha Kim, who's the brain behind a lot of what she does. And another doorway for a lot of other people, including Naughty by Nature, ourselves as Channel Live.
I think, honestly, and I don't want to put this pressure on her, I think she's the only woman that could bring all these women that have issues with each other together. Like how Kim and Nicki got issues, and this girl and that girl. If she was like, yo, cut it out.
Yeah.
We all coming together, I think they would like listen to her.
Yeah, I think that would be a good thing to see. I mean, we're trying to do that this weekend with 24 Hours apiece.
Of course.
But you know, we got, you know, the folks that we have on stage don't have issues with each other. There's a lot of love and camaraderie between those ladies. You know, you got Lady of Rage, Moni Love, you know, Nikki D, Shantae. You know, they love each other. So, you know, in booking this event, as soon as I told them who else was looking, oh, that's my girl. I can't wait to see so and so. That's my people. It's all love. You know, but yeah, to your point, you know, Latifah, you know, we have a strong affinity towards what Latifah means to us. She's the queen,
of course.
Latifah. You know, UNITY, big shout out to Moni Love. UNITY. You know, that's like ladies first. You know, she's that shit. You know, she's a great spokesperson for the culture. So yeah, I agree with you.
What is the community gonna be getting out of 24 hours a piece?
24 hours of peace, love, unity, safety, having fun. Like I said before, it's a commercial for the work that the mayor's been setting up over the last 12 years. Office of Violence Prevention and Trauma Recovery, Brick City Peace Collective. That's the work that happens year round. 24 Hours of Peace, the festival, is just the commercial. It's that one day where we can celebrate peace, love, unity, safety, having fun. But the real work is every day, all year. And that happens through, you know, the Office of Violence Prevention and Trauma Recovery, Brick City Peace Collective, and a number of other organizations and initiatives that the mayor has set up throughout the year.
Are there vendors and stuff out there?
We got 175 vendors already booked for this year.
So do the vendors pay y'all to be there?
No, they pay a permit. They get their permit, which is every year you got to
get to keep all their money.
They keep all their money. Yeah, that's all.
So they are getting something.
Oh yeah. And thank you. And we make sure that we do it in a place where there's, you know, mom and pop stores, you know, black-owned businesses, community-owned businesses, so they can receive that benefit.
Cannabis vendors? Or is it because they need kids?
No, it's definitely gonna be, the law is gonna be in the air. Because you know, it's legal.
He said the law.
The law is gonna be in the air, but we can't.
He took it back. He said the law.
The law. Yeah, the law. The law.
He said the law.
Oh,
the law is gonna be in the air,
of
but
course.
you know, we're not gonna be out there selling it in the open. At least I'm sure.
I understand.
I'm sure, you know, it's gonna go down. But you know, all we do is spark mad wisdom for 24 hours apiece.
How can they find you, Hawk, on the gram? And if somebody wants to get involved in 24 hours of peace, how can they do that?
Yeah, so we got the website, 24 Hours of Peace, peaceinc.com. That's 24 HRSOFPEACEINC.com. That's the website. Hit me on the gram at 24 Hours of Peace, Facebook 24 Hours of Peace. Also see me at Hakim Green, HAKIMGREEN. Also at madism.info, because all we do is spark madism. I'm about to bang you in the head with the Madism cannabis line and the Madism cannabis strain. Real soon, stay tuned. Madism, HakimGreen.com, HAKIMGREEN.com.
BagFuel.
There you go, you heard it, BagFuel. We about the community, the infrastructure, trying to help the kids out. Believe it, BagFuel, fueling young minds to get to the bag. We out.
Shit.